Hello student, a very warm welcome to BEHS Sumati Academy. This is your science teacher. So we are learning the chapter 7, that is getting to know plants. Okay, and today we will start a new topic, that is pollination. So today we have to start a new topic, that is pollination. If we will talk about the pollination, so we all know that in a flower there is a male reproductive part which is called as stamens, and a one female reproductive part which is called as a pistil. Now, how pollination work we have to talk about. So we all know that fruit develops only from a flower. Okay, when a flower is completely grown, it slowly develop into a fruit. So that means there is a requirement of flower to for developing a fruit. Now we have to understand how a fruit is developed into a flower. How a flower is developed into a fruit. So it is only possible when the pollen grains of the anther, okay, when the pollen grains from the anther, means now we are talking about the male reproductive part, or we are talking about the upper part of the stamens. So the anther is the upper part of the stamen, and stamen is the male reproductive part. Okay, so what happened when the pollen grains from the anther get transferred to the stigma of the pistil? Okay, that means there is a transfer of pollen grains from the male reproductive part to female reproductive part of the flower. Means anther is a part of the male reproductive part, and stigma is a part of the female reproductive part of the flower, which is known as a pistil. So that means when the pollen grains from the anther get transferred to the schema of pistil, this process is called as pollination. Okay, this process what is the pollination? Pollination is the process of transferring the pollen grains from the anther, which is a male part of the male reproductive part, uh, gets transferred to the stigma of the pistil. Pistil is a female reproductive part. Now what happened after the pollination, or after transferring the pollen grains from the anther to the stigma? Now ovary grows to form the fruit. So what happened? Ovary is the lowermost part of the pistil. Okay, ovary is the lowermost part of the pistil. So what happened after the transferring of pollen grains? The ovaries grows to form a fruit, and the ovules from the seeds. Okay, we have already learned that in the ovaries there are some seed like structures, some small bead like structure, which is called as ovules, and these ovules form seeds after the pollination. Now when mature, the fruits falls to the ground. Okay, when the fruit is completely grown, it falls to the ground, and the seed germinate into saplings which grown into a plant. Now when a plant is completely grown, either we pluck it from the plant, or this fruit is fall to the ground. And now when the ovules are completely grown into the seeds, now we can use these seeds to germinate new saplings or to grow a new plant. So this is the process of pollination in any flower. So for the pollination, or for producing or for growing a fruit from a flower, there is a requirement of male reproductive part of the flower, which is called as stamen, and the female reproductive part of the flower, which is called as pistil. So this is the process of pollination. Again I will repeat, what is the pollination? Pollination is the process of transferring of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of pistil. So what is the anther? Anther, it is the upper part of the stamens. Okay, there are two parts of stamens, filament and anther. Filament is a lower part, thread like structure, and anther is a sac like structure which is attached at the top of the filament, and pistil is a female reproductive part of the plant, which also have the two parts, stigma and style. And this stigma also consists a ovary, and in a ovary a fruit grow, in a ovary a fruit grow, and this ovary also consists of ovules, which are the beads like structure which are responsible for growing the seeds. So in this way a flower is converted into a fruit, or a flower is responsible for reproduction of the plant, because seeds are we can also use the seeds again to germinate a new plant. That means we are reproducing a new plant. So in this way a flower is important for reproduction of the plant. Okay, so this you have to listen carefully and read this topic very carefully from your book. If you find any doubt in this topic, you can easily ask me during the next live class. Okay, thank you. We will meet in the next live class.